p1 for based on class person. From the same class we can create another object. Let's say you create another object p2 and then you call it person. Similar now, but this one is for the second. This is the alternative way to create an object, where instead of declaring it first and then create it in another line, you can declare the object and then at the same time create the object in a single line. So similarly, you can assign the name, the property for this new object. Let's say this one is Sarah, and then you specify the age, and lastly the weight. Let's say 50.2. Now you can simply copy and paste this one, except for the object name p2. The rest you can keep the rest the same. Now when you compile this one, again you can compile this one using command JavaScript. Okay, you have successfully compiled, and you can run. Then you should get the two statement here. So you have the option of declaring and creating the object separately, or you can declare and create the object in a single line. Okay. Okay, let's create a child class or subclass of this person. Let's create one class male. Then you can use the keyword extend to say that this new male class is a subclass of a person. That means person is the parent and male is the child. For this case, that means male class will inherit all the property provided in class person. That means over here you can assign the value name. For example, let's create another. Let's create gender, another property here of gender, and then you specify the gender as since it is a single character, you can use character. So the gender is male. Now what happened here is you have additional property of type character for this male class. Now let's create another object based on this male class. So you can have something like m1 equal to new male. Now m1 you can specify name equal to, let's say, Adam, and then m1 dot age equal to 30, and then m1 dot weight equal to, let's say, 70.2. Now, okay, let's copy and paste this one. You should be similar to the previous one, except for the object name. But now you have additional property, which is gender. Now, since it is a character, then you can use %C. Now this one, m1 gender over here. Now you can try to compile this one. Okay, now you have the output. You should get the output similar to this one. Okay, so what happened here is you have a subclass male that is derived from person. So since it is a child class from a person, it will inherit all the property provided by the parent. So this is the concept of what we call inheritance in OP. The child will inherit all the property provided by the parent class. Okay. Okay, another way to create an object is by providing different constructor, where in this case, instead of assigning each property in a separate line like this, you can put it directly during the creation of the object. For example, here you want to create another object Peter, for example, or another object P3, and then you supply the property. Let's say age is 40, and then the weight is let's say 66.8, for example. Now this is much shorter compared to the previous one. Now, okay, and then you need to change this object name to P3. Now, since this one require another constructor that can receive 3 parameter, then for this you need to modify the person class that allow you to supply three data just now, which is string, and then you have the second parameter is integer, and the last one is a double. So you can use this technique to assign property for this object. Now you can use you can assign all the values supply in here to the object property. This keyword here referring to the property declared here, and the n a is referring to the value passed in this parameter. So totally you have three property here. Okay, so now let's try to compile this one. You have 3%. Now you will get this this error because you have used this constructor empty constructor, but you have not provided it in your class person. So you need to have another constructor without any parameter. But over here you can specify the this name empty string with empty string, and then the age with 0, and then the weight you can specify with, so this is the initial value. Now what happened here, you have two different constructors. If there is no parameters applied during the construction, this constructor will be called. But if you create a new object and supply three value, then the second constructor will be called. So in this case, P1 will refer to the first constructor, this one. P2 similarly will refer to this constructor, whereas the third one, P3, will refer to the second constructor. So this is, we call this constructor. So any function using the same name with the class name, we call it constructor. So you have two constructors here. So which constructor will be called depending on the data that you supply in the parameter. So now we have two different constructors. We have created three objects here. The first two objects will call the first constructor. The third object, P3, will call the second constructor. So now let's try compile this one. Java C. Now you have successfully compiled this one. Let's run this one. Okay, the new object P3 is now successfully displayed. Created male class that is based on person. From the same class, you can create another child class. For example, let's say you have female that extend the class person. Now this one again you can specify the default value for the gender property. So gender is only available in class male and class female. Now you can create object based on this new class. Let's say you have female. Now you want to create a female object. And then you have new female, and then you can say f1 equal to name. Let's say this one is n, and f1 dot age is, let's say, 50, and f1 dot weight is 56.8. So 0.8. Now you can simply copy this one, you need to change the object name. Compile this one. So what we did here, we demonstrated the use of inheritance, in which we create two subclass from the same parent class person. So that means from the single parent class you can create more than one child class. So this is what we call inheritance, in which the children can inherit all the property provided in the parent class. The concept that is inheritance, the concept of providing a different constructor, that is what we call polymorphism. So these two concept in OOP is very important.